Here is the news at 10. First, the highlights. Lagos State Governor unveils Palliative Advisory Committee. Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project sues Governor's FCT Minister over failure to account for missing local government allocations. On the foreign scene, US, UK carry out new strikes on Yemen's Houthis. And in sport, former Nigeria international Sunday Olise notes Iwobi Bassi's performance in Fulham's win over Manchester United. Now the details. I am Dele Agadumo. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has unveiled a 13-man special dispensation palliatives advisory committee to oversee and monitor the distribution process of the palliatives announced by the state government. It will be recalled that Governor Sanwo-Olu, during a live media chat on Thursday, reeled out various interventions by his administration to cushion the effect of the current economic hardship on residents. Governor Sanwo-Olu expressed optimism on the wealth of professionalism and knowledge of committee members to live up to the expectations of the state government in establishing the committee.
What we seek to achieve is not for us as a government to think that, we have all the solutions or we understand all what the issues are, and it's only our idea or our suggestion, that holds everything. Like we said, we're in a situation where all hands must be on deck, and everybody that has an idea or certain.
The committee will be chaired by Governor Sanwo-Olu. His deputy, Obafemi Hamzat, is the alternate chairman, while the permanent secretary, Ministry of Local Government, Community and Chieftaincy Affairs, Kikelo Mobolariwa, will be the secretary. Other members of the committee are Honorable Sheyi Shoumi, member, House of Representatives, Ojo Constituency, Labour Party, lawmaker representing Lagos Mainland, Honorable Ademola Shabi, Consumer Protection Pricing Specialist, Ms. Shola Salako, Chairman, Association of Local Government of Nigeria, Algan, Honorable Kolade Alabi, Pastor Godman Akinlabi, human rights activist Joe Oke Odumake, and youth advocate Biliaminu Suleiman Oba. Lagos State Government has declared its readiness to collaborate with the Federal House of Representatives Committee on Youth Development in the passage of necessary legislation and initiatives that will embrace youth development in the country. Deputy Governor Obafemi Hamzat, who received members of the Federal House of Representatives Committee on Youth Development on behalf of the Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, stated that Lagos is very open to collaboration with any relevant bodies. The committee was led by the chairman, Martin Essing. Hamzat noted that owing to the significant position the youth occupied in the state, the Sanwo-Olu administration has put in place numerous initiatives to train the youths on different skills and ensure that they are adequately empowered. The governor added that Lagos deliberately included the PLUS, which is social inclusion and youth empowerment, in its themes agenda because it found out that the government must focus on the youth and provide more recreational centers where they can also meet and discuss. Ahead February 29 inauguration of the Red Line Road project by President Bola Tinubu, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has embarked on a test ride of the train. Governor Sanwo-Olu was accompanied by the State Deputy Governor Obafemi Hamzat, Managing Director of Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, Abimbola Akinjo, some members of the State Cabinet, other top government functionaries and the media. The train test ride started from the iconic train station in Ikeja train station to Iju train station and back to Ikeja. Speaking with newsmen after the test ride, Governor Sanwo-Olu assured residents of the state that the project is ready for inauguration with all the 8 stations on the 37-kilometer rail project from Agbado to Oyinbo intact. The Governor Sanwo-Olu pledged to ensure that all forms of pedestrian interactions are curtailed on the corridor.
we continue to do the enforcement. We will continue to do fiscal barricades on those lines, working with NRC. But the message here is really for our citizens and people that are living virtually on the track, that a track is not a place of residence. It's not a place of commercial activity.
Our correspondent Dele Agadumo reports that the train on the Red Rail line from Agbado to Oyingbo is expected to carry passengers within 30 minutes when operational. Senate President Godswill Akpabio has attributed the current increase in oil production to the tireless efforts of the Nigerian Navy in curbing crude oil theft. Akpabio stated this in his address at the dinner night in honor of officers of flag rank retired in 2023 held at the Armed Forces Officers Mess, Asokoro, Abuja. He noted that the numerous arrests of ships and individuals involved in illegal bunkering, destruction of illegal refining sites, smuggled goods and narcotics, as well as the increase in oil production in Nigeria, attest to the tireless efforts of the Navy in combating the nefarious activities undermining Nigeria's economy. The Senate leader challenged the Nigerian Navy to persevere and double their efforts in safeguarding the Nigerian maritime environment while assuring the support of the Senate for her continued success. Now to the rest of the stories. Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has filed a lawsuit against governors and the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, over their failure to account for the alleged missing 40 trillion federal allocations meant for local government. The suit followed the revelations by former President Muhammadu Buhari, who in December 2022 stated that if the money from the Federation account to the state is about 100 million, 50 million will be sent to the chairman, but he will sign that he received 100 million. The chairman will pocket the balance and share it. In the suit filed at the Federal High Court, Abuja, SERAP is asking the court to direct and compel the governors to publish details of local government allocations and actual disbursement of the allocations to local government in their states from 1999 till date. SERAP is also asking the court to compel and direct Wike to publish details of federal allocations meant for the area councils in the FCT and the actual disbursement of the allocations to the area councils in the FCT from 1999 till date. The suit filed on behalf of SERAP by its lawyers, Kolawole Oluwadari, Kehinde Oyewumi, and Andrew Nwako, read in part, opacity of the amounts of federal allocations actually disbursed to local government in the state and FCT has continued to have negative impact on the fundamental interests of the citizens. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has a decision to lift sanctions on Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso was based on the need to maintain regional unity and security. President of the ECOWAS Commission, Omar Touré, said this at the end of the extraordinary session of the heads of state and government of ECOWAS on Saturday in Abuja. Touré said the bloc took note of the period of Lent and the approaching month of Ramadan and the impact on citizens. He noted that pleas were also received from prominent leaders, including retired General Yakubu Gowon. Touré added that the withdrawal of the countries from the sub-regional bloc would lead to diplomatic and political isolation as the international scene where the countries have obtained support for their candidates in the contest for international positions. The Police Service Commission says 171,956 successful applicants from the screening stage of the ongoing police recruitment exercise are currently receiving messages inviting them to the next stage of the exercise, which is the computer-based test. The screening is scheduled for 5th and 6th of March across the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory. A statement by its spokesman, Ikechukwu Ani, said the Commission has also promised to ensure that the exercise is merit-based throughout the stages of the recruitment. They advise applicants to visit the recruitment portal apply.policerecruitment.gov to confirm their status after the screening exercise. Now to foreign news. The Pentagon says United States and United Kingdom fighter planes have carried out strikes on 18 Houthi sites in Yemen, the fourth such joint operation by the allies. The US says Saturday's strikes were directed against storage facilities, drones, air defense systems, radars, and a helicopter of the militant movement, noting that the allies acted to further degrade Houthi capabilities. There have been sustained attacks by the Iran-backed Houthis on shipping in the important Red Sea trade route. The Houthis, who control large swaths of Yemen, including the capital Sana'a, have been targeting vessels they say are linked to Israel and the West in response to the continuing Israel-Gaza war. Global supply chains are now facing severe disruptions and rising costs as a result of some of the biggest shipping companies diverting journeys away from the Red Sea, one of the world's busiest shipping lanes. In our sports, former Nigeria international Sunday Olise has lauded the brilliant performance of Super Eagles duo of Alex Iwobi and Calvin Bassey in Fulham's victory over Manchester United at Old Trafford. Bassey opened the scoring for Fulham in the first half before Iwobi netted a late winner in the second half to earn the visitor the maximum points. While Bassey's goal was the first for the club, Iwobi's goal was the first away goal he has scored since joining the club. Olise on his X handle congratulated them, stating that he was extremely pleased with the duo. With this win, Fulham now holds the 12th spot in the Premier League standings, boasting 32 points from 26 games. Fulham will play against Brighton at home on March 2. And that is our news at 10. Just before we go, always drive within the specified speed limits. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, formerly Twitter, Lagos Traffic 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Watch us live on Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe and watch all our previous programs and news on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration trains 280 unemployed youths for global certification on solar farm construction technology for the supply of electricity in Nigeria? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has unveiled a 13-man special dispensation palliatives advisory committee to oversee and monitor distribution process of the palliatives announced by the state government. Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has filed a lawsuit against governors and the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, over their failure to account for the alleged missing 40 trillion federal allocations meant for local government. Also told you that the Pentagon said United States and United Kingdom fighter planes have carried out strikes on 18 Houthi sites in Yemen, the fourth such joint operation by the allies. And in sports, former Nigeria international Sunday Olise has lauded the brilliant performance of Super Eagles duo of Alex Iwobi and Calvin Bassey in Fulham's victory over Manchester United at Old Trafford. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to Lagos Traffic Radio at lagosstate.gov.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Adirayo Idowo Olaya. I am Dele Agadumo. Good morning. Thank you for listening.